Have you ever wondered if there are places on Earth that just refuse to give up their secrets no matter how much we try to explain them? Even in our high-tech world, some mysteries still whisper to us from the shadows. We live in a world where satellites watch from above and submarines dive into the deepest oceans. It feels like every inch of our planet has been measured and mapped, right? We like to think we have answers for almost everything, from how galaxies spin to the way tiny molecules dance inside a single cell. But scattered all over the globe are places that just don't fit our neat little boxes. These are the spots that make us scratch our heads and wonder if there's more to the story. These aren't just old legends or dusty relics, they're real-life puzzles still unsolved that keep even the smartest scientists up at night. There's something magical about the unknown. It tugs at us, reminding us that our world is still full of wonders waiting to be discovered. So, come along with me. We're about to visit 5 incredible places, from ancient stones that track the stars to a lake that turns life into stone. Ready for an adventure? Get curious because we're diving into the world's most mind-bending mysteries, places that just don't play by the rules of science. Our first destination takes us to the windswept Salisbury Plain in England, home to a monument that has haunted the human imagination for millennia. Stonehenge. Here, colossal stones, some weighing over 40 tons, stand in a silent, circular formation. They have weathered 5,000 years of wind and rain, stoic witnesses to the rise and fall of civilizations. The largest sarsens were dragged from 20 miles away, while the smaller bluestones began their journey over 140 miles from the hills of Wales. How did a Neolithic people with only the most rudimentary tools achieve such a monumental feat of engineering? The alignment of the stones with the solstices certainly suggests a profound connection to the sun and the changing seasons, lending weight to the theory of it being a celestial observatory. Could it have been a source of acoustic power, designed to create specific sound frequencies for healing or trance-like states? While archaeologists continue to unearth clues, the central purpose of Stonehenge remains shrouded in the mists of time, reminding us that our ancestors were astronomers, engineers, and spiritualists, whose ultimate motivations may forever lie just beyond the reach of our modern science. We now travel from the ancient plains of England to the warm turquoise waters of the Atlantic. Here, stretching between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, lies an area that needs no introduction: the Bermuda Triangle. Perhaps the most famous is the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945. 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale on a routine training mission and were never seen again. Radio transmissions revealed the lead pilot was disoriented, his compasses malfunctioning, before all contact was lost. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no survivors were ever found. It was as if they had been plucked from existence, swallowed whole by the sea and sky. The region is known for its volatile and unpredictable weather. Sudden violent storms can erupt with little warning, and the Gulf Stream creates treacherous currents that can quickly disperse any wreckage. Another leading theory points to vast deposits of methane hydrates on the seafloor. A sudden release of this gas could create a frothy, low-density patch of water, causing a ship to lose buoyancy and sink in an instant. Or, as some ufologists propose, is it a hunting ground for extraterrestrial craft, abducting humans and their machines for reasons unknown? The sheer number of disappearances continues to fuel these extraordinary claims, keeping the legend alive. Our journey now takes us to the arid, sun-scorched coastal plain of southern Peru. Here, etched into the desert floor, is one of the world's most breathtaking and perplexing archaeological puzzles: the Nazca Lines. These are not mere drawings. They are geoglyphs of immense scale depicting a stunning bestiary of animals and plants: a hummingbird, a spider, a monkey with a spiraling tail. What is most astonishing about these figures is that their true form can only be appreciated from high above. From ground level, they appear as little more than shallow, meandering furrows in the dirt. One must ascend hundreds of feet into the air to see the designs in their full, magnificent clarity. This fact presents an immediate and profound question. For whom were these giant images intended? The Nazca people, who are credited with creating them between 500 BC and 500 AD, had no known means of flight. How could they have designed and executed these perfectly proportioned figures without an aerial perspective? The German mathematician Maria Ricke believed they constituted a vast astronomical calendar, with many of the lines aligned with the rising and setting of significant stars and constellations. The author Erich von Däniken famously suggested that the Nazca Lines were nothing less than runways for alien spacecraft, landing strips and navigational aids for celestial visitors. They remain a silent, sprawling message on the desert canvas. A message whose intended audience and meaning are still lost to the wind. From the deserts of Peru, we travel to the dense northern forests of Minnesota, to a place where the laws of physics seem to bend. Here, along the Brule River, is the Devil's Kettle. The river splits in two. The eastern fork continues to Lake Superior, but the western fork cascades into a deep, churning pothole and simply vanishes. Scientists have thrown countless objects into the kettle, dyes, ping-pong balls, even GPS trackers, expecting them to reappear somewhere below, but nothing ever does. The Devil's Kettle continues its work, day in and day out, swallowing half a river and leaving us with nothing but questions and a profound sense of wonder at the secrets the earth holds beneath our feet. For our final enigma, we journey to northern Tanzania, to the shores of Lake Natron, a lake that seems drawn from a surrealist painting. Its waters are a startling blood-red alkaline soup. Birds and other animals that die in its waters are preserved in an almost perfect stone-like state, washing ashore as eerie, lifelike statues. Despite its deadly nature, this seemingly barren lake is, paradoxically, a cradle of life, home to the world's largest breeding colony of lesser flamingos. The lake presents a profound scientific paradox. It is both a graveyard and a nursery, a place of death and of vibrant life, challenging our definitions of what makes a habitat viable. From the ancient stones of England to the calcifying lake of Tanzania, our journey has taken us to the very edge of scientific understanding. These places are more than just curiosities. They are profound challenges to our perception of the world, forcing us to admit that the map of human knowledge still contains vast, unexplored territories. In an age of instant information, these enduring mysteries serve a vital purpose. They keep our sense of wonder alive, fuel our imagination, and remind us that the universe is infinitely more complex and magical than we can currently conceive. The world is full of questions, and perhaps it is the questions themselves, not the answers, that truly define our human experience. So I ask you, as we conclude our exploration of these defiant corners of our planet, do you think science will one day explain these, or are some mysteries meant to remain unsolved?